Picked up in Bangor, Maine. A promoter surprised you.
Bangor, Maine.
Bangor, Maine.
Thank you.
A promoter surprised me by having two women in the car wearing nothing but little string bikinis. It was 30 below. We're your love slaves, and in seconds they whipped out the oil. That sort of surprise could put a smile on any young buck's face.
Yes, Bangor.
Did you have a huge following of groupies during this time?
It was, there were lots and lots of people who followed us around. Yeah, there were lots of, it was something that at the time, God, it was something socially acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
There was no such thing as being politically incorrect, and it was not the kind of behavior that was looked or frowned upon. Mm-hmm. Because it was, to be honest with you, it was a very loose rock and roll kind of existence. In those days, we're talking about, you know, the early 70s, when the whole social etiquette was completely different. We had just come out of the, you know, the whole social and sexual revolution of the mid-60s,
right.
And life was a lot different. The world was completely different. In many ways, the experiences that I had out on the road were probably not even close to as bizarre or as reckless or as loose as a lot of the rock and roll stars that were out there at the time. But because of my image and being perceived as a guy who was 5 or 6 years younger than I actually was, and being in crushed maroon velvet every week, it was tough, you know, let's be honest.
What was I would imagine there, you know, obviously you have some very fond memories of this whole experience.
I do. I have a lot of very, very good memories about it. Thank God, because I'd be here, you know, being bitter and angry and
what were some of the
hateful.
What were some of the worst experiences that you had during that era, or things that you look back on and say, wow, that was something I had a hard time dealing with?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind was working with Danny Bonaducci every day.